everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is a really weird setup, isn't it? But like Daisy's asleep next door, like her room's just behind me, and Bill is playing in his bedroom and has absolutely zero interest in me at the moment. I think because it's like the last week of his Christmas holidays, I think he's kind of getting bored of me now. But we've had a busy afternoon and I just kind of had this window of opportunity and I was reading, and then I thought, well, I'm not very good at relaxing me, so I thought, oh come on, and I'll make a quick video because I've seen quite a few of these and I kind of feel like we did Vlogmas, so if you watched that, I felt like I was at this really intimate stage with you, like you were seeing sort of pretty much every day of my life, or you were privy to me every day if you wanted to be. And then I sort of disappeared for like over a week really, and I haven't really vlogged, I haven't caught up with you, I don't know, I kind of feel like I need to catch up. And obviously it's a new year, and while I am fully aware that when the clock strikes midnight absolutely nothing changes apart from the date, for me, I quite like that element of a fresh start. I think it's symbolic and I think it's like, it's metaphorical. It's like you can take a new year and make of it what you will. And obviously 2016 was like a massive year for us because our family grew by one, and I have a daughter now, I have 2 children, and it was amazing in so many ways, but obviously we went through a lot of hard times as well, and I struggled, I think, and I also struggled to sort of get that across. Sometimes I would do like updates on postpartum and things like that and like how I was doing, and I would always say obviously I'm finding it really hard, but when I look back now I have a clarity that I didn't have back then. And I think that, to be honest with you, mentally, like my mental health was very, very low. I was poorly in that way. I was struggling with a lot of things like guilt, dealing with Daisy's care, just being completely overwhelmed, having a baby in special care, not having a break. I had a baby and I literally gave birth to her, and then the next minute I was expressing milk and learning how to pass a breathing tube. There was no break whatsoever, and I hit the ground running, and I have to say it really caught up with me. If you remember me, like I had a really bad like kidney infection, I was very poorly, I got everything going, and it was a really hard time. So to be where I am now, I'm just grateful for a new start, not necessarily to like forget the past or to think that 2017 is going to change anything, but just I'm feeling positive about this year. And I think like the video that's doing the rounds at the moment is like my New Year's resolutions or my plans for 2017. And honestly, I'm the sort of person that I don't necessarily write posts or do videos about like what my goals are. I've never been that sort of person, but I make them for myself and I keep them up here, and I've always got my eyes on the prize. I've always been like that. I am a hard-working person and I like to make things happen for myself and I like to achieve my goals. But this year, I have to say, this is the first year that I've actually gone, you know what, I just want to live. I want to just experience life and see where life takes me and enjoy the moment a little bit more, because I think when you plan as much as I do, sometimes you are always living for tomorrow and forgetting today. At least that's how I feel. So I'm really trying to take a step back, because I feel like if I give myself too much to do, which I'm very guilty of doing, not even just a to-do list for the day, but for the week and for the month and then for the year, I feel like I'm only ever going to disappoint myself because I give myself things that aren't possible to complete. Like even for Superwoman, like let alone me with 2 kids, like trying to, you know, make sure we can pay the bills every month. So obviously that leads me on to the first point, is that now I'm self-employed, this is my job. So it's quite weird because up until very recently I just made these videos, and if you watch them it was just me sort of enjoying it and like it was my hobby, and I didn't feel tied to it. I didn't have to make videos if I didn't want to. I could delete my channel on a whim and that'd be fine. Whereas now I feel like I care about everybody that watches my videos. Like, I recognise so many of your names and I appreciate what you have done for me by supporting me to be in this position. So it's kind of one of those where now I'm finding my feet with videos, because I want to make content that you like to watch. I want to stay true to myself. I don't want to let you down. I don't want to sell you rubbish. I don't want to be, I don't want to get up myself or anything, because I've not got that many subscribers, have I? But it's a weird one, because like I don't want to stop enjoying what I do, because I love doing this and I'm very, very lucky, I know that. But it's a weird one. I do spend a lot of time at home now, because I have to sort of balance being a stay-at-home mum with a working mum, but at the same time, and the lines are very blurred there. It's a very Robin Thicke situation right here, and I'm still learning the ropes, and so is Mark, and so are the kids, and I think that's going to be another reason why I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. As long as I can pay the bills and I'm enjoying what I do most of the time, then that's all I care about. Obviously I'd like to get this channel to like 10,000 subscribers this year. That would be great, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put that pressure on myself. And personally, like, I want to make sure that my head stays in good condition. I want to stop comparing myself to other people all the time, because let's face it, I am a soon-to-be 29-year-old mum of 2, and there is absolutely no chance that I am going to be the most beautiful, the most sassy, the most intelligent, with the most subscribers, with the most polite kids, with the flattest stomach, ha ha ha, with the like most perky boobs, with the tidiest house. Like, there are many titles in this world and I will win absolutely none of them, but the one I will win is, you know, being my kid's mum, being Mark's girlfriend, and being Charlotte. And I feel like I need to just stop, because I know as well as you do that I'm very honest. I've always tried to be like that, but if there's an option between sharing a photo of my children smiling and a photo, in fact I don't have photos of my kids crying or being grumpy, because when they're crying or being grumpy, I'm either telling them off or trying to work out what the hell is wrong with them. I'm not really taking a photo of it, and I'm not really filming it, because that's not where my head is in that moment, if that makes sense. So when I share things, there's always going to be like that balancing act of like, it all seems good, but I try in other ways to sort of be honest. I'll either tell you or write it in a caption of something if it's on Instagram or whatever. So it's one of those where like, I need to realise that that's the same for everybody, and just because like something looks perfect doesn't mean that that person doesn't have struggles too. And stop feeling like I suck so much. I'm sick of sucking, or I'm sick of feeling like I suck. And I think another thing really is just to like lose that last stone to get me to target, see how I feel, and if I'm happy then just enjoy the rest of my year, and you know, relax and take it easy. Like, obviously I would like to magically get a six-pack and magically get some air back in these things so they're less bleh. And I would like to find the cure for cellulite and find a way to make my eyebrows look perfect all the time, but I don't know how likely that is. Relationship wise, like, me and Mark are really good. Like, after what we've been through, like from the very beginning, if you don't know, me and Mark met and we were friends, and my relationship fell apart with Bill's dad, and it didn't actually take us that long to sort of fall for each other. And the thing is, our relationship began with a child, and there's always been children in our relationship. We didn't do any of the, you know, like honeymoon period where you go away all the time and have like crazy nights of sex all the time, or like, you know, just get drunk and go on dates and mong around in the house. Like we we just hit the ground running. And then obviously with what happened with Daisy last year, it was like quite a lot of pressure for us, and we have come through it and we're doing really well. And we do argue like cat and dog sometimes. We rub each other up the wrong way like you would not believe, because he is stubborn and I am stubborn and I'm always right as well, so it's a really big problem. No, but we're doing really well, so I just want to sort of continue on that path and then have a year really where it is just us four as a family and really embracing that dynamic that we've got, because hopefully in a year's time, if we are blessed, we would like to be trying for another baby. Not exactly, so like don't get to January next year and be like, is she pregnant? Because you will never know. Well, you will when I find out and everything's okay, but obviously like choosing to have another child is not just choosing to have a third and going, oh my goodness, we're outnumbered. It's also making that decision to have a 50% chance of going through what we went through with Daisy again for a second time, because my syndrome has that chance and those risk factors involved. So it is a big decision, but we are pretty committed to the fact that we'd like a third, and we've always said that, so that's the plan. And yeah, I kind of feel like that is all I wanted to say. Just kind of wanted to catch up, and I have said in my last video that is gone up, is that a waking up baby? No, she's still asleep. I did say in my last video, which was my what I got for Christmas haul, that if you did have suggestions of things that you would like to see, then let me know. And obviously if you want to do that again here, then let me know. And I will do my best. Like, I don't have the best camera in the world, although I try my best every time to get great quality. I am not the most talented video maker in the world because I taught myself and I use iMovie, and I am just a really average mum, and I want to keep that element of things. Like, you know, I'm quite happy to do like beauty, and I'm quite happy to show you what I do around the house or food or anything like that. I just sometimes worry that I'll disappoint you because I'm not like the most professionally finished, like, if that makes sense. Like I've not got like all the fancy lights and all the fancy equipment, and I just try my best with what I have, and I hope that still appeals, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making any sense whatsoever. I think you can tell that I'm nervous about making this work, because I don't want to let you down either, because you are important to me and the way that this works is important to me, and I want this to be a community. I don't want it to be one-sided. I know that sometimes I really suck at replying to comments because, well, I have 2 children and it is really hard sometimes, and I struggle to find the balance between work and play or life. Do you know what I mean? That work-life balance, because mine bleed together anyway. Sometimes I can still be working at 2 in the morning and I really should be in bed or I could be working every night and I really should be spending time with my sexy baby daddy because he's great and life is too short. So it's one of those. I'm completely rambling. But yeah, let me know how you're doing. Let me know like what your New Year's resolutions are, if you've got them, and like what you'd like to see from me, if there's anything, and just like have a chat with me. Like if there's anything that you want to talk about down below, like talk to me, and I'm going to check back on later and see how you all are. I say later because you're watching this real time. Well, no, you're not. You're watching this right now, and I filmed this like, I don't know, a few hours earlier or yesterday. I have no idea, because it absolutely depends if I can edit it or not. So I always find it funny because I want to like talk to you and you're not there. Like I can see myself in the viewfinder, and then I can also see a pot of makeup brushes behind you, and that's not you, is it? You're not makeup brushes. So it's always really weird. But yeah, I'm going to go. Sorry for the rambly one. I feel like this is probably one more for my existing subscribers than new ones. So if you're new, I'm not usually so hopeless. But yeah, I'm gonna see you next time, and yeah, take care of yourselves and I'll see you soon. Bye.